to the end. I really need the kingdom. Endure to the end. Lord willing, I can get it. Endure to the end. The Lord know I need him. Endure to the end. The Lord, I wanna see him. Endure to the end. Endure to the end. Yeah, yeah. Endure to the end. Endure to the end. Endure to the end. Endure to the end. We tryna get this win. I do not wanna sin. Saying you not my friend. I'm praying to the Lord. I'm hoping that he hear me. The most I innocent, the only one I'm fearing. King commandments and endure. He knocking, open up that door. Bible what I'm gonna explore. Israel, he gon' restore. That Lord, get him what I'm looking for. Hating what you looking for. You're not gon' read anymore. Endure to the end. I really need the king.
That's all I was doing with that. I understand this is like when I'm ready. That's what I understood. You know, he had multiple kings. There's multiple Adams in this generation. Yeah. I understood.
So is that a contradiction then, or no?
To me, in a sense,
we just gave you the answer, brother. Whoa. First off, you didn't ask about polygamy. That's the next thing. You asked about Adam and his generations, which we confirmed for you that there were multiple people in the beginning.
So in other words,
that cannot be a contradiction.
That's where Cain
and Abel came from Adam.
Yeah, Adam.
Yes.
Yeah. I got that.
Okay. So there's no contradiction. Yeah. Well, at least with that topic, unless you have another.
Explain, and I'm gone.
No.
Explain
you gonna be here all day.
No, I'm not.
We're gonna force you.
Elder, I want to make sure you understand that the first group of people, they were all called Adam. You understand that?
I read it when I understood it.
So why was that your first example of a contradiction?
You say you read it,
because to me
it
sounded like a contradiction. Whereas I didn't see where Adam
give me the mic.
Was like. I didn't see where Adam was like. Cain and Abel was like had other female.
Cain and Abel had female kin. Well, it doesn't say that they had female. In regards to, are you saying the sister? Is that what you're referring to?
Well, at the end of the day, I'm saying
it doesn't say that.
How they have, you know, what was it, wives?
Wives, yeah, they have wives.
So that's what I was getting to.
Well, yeah, Abel died. Cain had a wife. And Cain also built a city, I believe in Genesis 4 chapters called Cain Tubal.
Well, we're going to go to something like I
So why would you build a city if there's only two people?
So by
right, I mean, there had to be multiple people, right?
Yes.
So that can't be a contradiction.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. You say that it had to be. You say it had to be. Is it?
It is.
Was it?
It is.
That's what I'm saying. You say it had to be. That's to me, it's not a definite answer.
It is definite.
That's beyond definite. I don't. What more do you need?
You're right. It didn't have to be. It is.
A man can't build a whole city.
Why would I build Detroit and it's only gonna be for me and my wife, or me and my sister?
Okay. So I guess Noah built the ark by himself, right?
No.
Or did he have a lot of people building it with him?
Go ahead.
He had sons.
He had sons and
He had
family.
sons.
Listen to this, King.
Okay.
This is Genesis chapter 4 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And thou shalt be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me.
So how is everyone gonna find him if it's only Adam, Cain, and Eve, and nobody else?
See that?
That's before he built the city.
Confounded!
That's the Bible.
So you confounded.
That's the Bible.
No.
So
That's the third cut again today.
I don't know what to believe with the Bible.
Now you don't know what to believe.
Now you are unbelievable. Now you
Elder, so you think he was talking about imaginary people?
I mean, I read a lot of things in there. Like I
That's
said,
confirmation.
I read a lot of things in there. At the same time, I know it's being revived, and I know that's not a complete. That's part of. The Bible, the Holy Bible, is part of what we need. What we need to know.
It's
part of what we need to
So
know.
what's the other part? Are you familiar with it? Do you know?
Prove it. It's been used to control.
Prove it. What is it then? What is it? Can you prove it? Bring this up. That's you.
Book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 21.
Bring it out.
Prove all things.
Do what?
Prove all things.
What are you supposed us do?
Prove all things.
So can you prove all things?
Prove the Holy Bible.
And just like I thought, it's time for you to go.
Okay, is that King James?
Huh?
That's King
King
James
James
Holy
didn't
Bible?
write the Bible.
Okay, but what Bible is that?
That's
King
the
James
King
Version?
James
Yes, it's the
version.
King
It's a
James
translation
What
of
we
it.
talking about?
You don't even know.
What you mean? That's what we talking
We
about.
talking about King
That's what
James.
we talking
That's the
about.
King James Holy Bible, right?
Yes.
Who's
a black man?
We're talking about King James
Who's
Holy
a black
Bible.
man?
Authorized.
Who's a
I
so-called
said-
black man? Yes.
Answer the question.
Who is a so-called black man?
No, I'm saying, is that a King
Yes.
James Holy Bible?
Yes, for the third time.
Right.
So
Who's a
what's
so-called
the
black
issue?
man, not a white
What's
faggot?
the- what's
So
the
talk
issue?
what you know.
It's a King James authorized Bible.
But we ain't talking. We ain't talking to get rash. We're not talking to get into fights and all that.
What you mean
And
talking
it's okay.
to
We're
fight?
not
The
here to
scripture says to
convert.
bake thy cause with thy
Watch your
neighbor.
mouth, bro.
You watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth, bro.
It's okay.
He went off the
Can
record.
you forgive him? Can you
Can I
forgive him?
forgive?
Yes. Can you forgive him and take
No.
accountability?
In other words,
Did he
at the
do-
same time, practice what you preach, bro.
Okay, and then we're doing
But if
that.
you can't practice what you preach, then you need to not be talking.
Well, we're trying to practice what we preach up here,
You
okay?
should not be talking.
Well, it's all right,
Am I right or wrong?
Of course, but you don't
Okay,
even believe what the Bible.
No, but you don't know what I believe.
You just said it.
I told you I don't believe of what has been transformed, revised, and remixed. That's what I don't
do
like.
you have a job?
That's what I don't like.
Do you have a job?
Maybe.
Do you have
Maybe.
a company
Maybe
policy
not.
you follow?
Maybe not.
Okay, maybe not. At one point, did you have a
Maybe
job?
not.
All right, let's not
mean,
play stupid. Did you have a job at one point?
Everybody had a job.
All right, then. Do they revise company policies? All right, then.
All right, then.
All right, then. I want to hear that. Let's not play stupid. That's one
We
thing.
talking about
You
what
too old to
people.
play.
We
You
talking
too
about
elder
what people
man.
live on.
You elder man.
No, we talking about what people live on.
What people live on? Are they changing
How
policies
you know
right
what I'm
now?
doing? How you know what I do?
I didn't.
How you know I
did
became
I
to
say
be
I
who I
knew?
am?
Did I say I knew?
No, like I say, I said
We're
maybe.
going back to the Bible at the end of the day. We talk too much carnal.
But that's what I'm saying.
Not much with a fool.
You know what?
Talk not much with the
And the
fool.
old man is foolish. Somebody give me the book of Job, chapter 34, 32 and verse 9. Somebody give me the book of Job, chapter 12, and start at verse 40. Bring this out.
Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that has no understanding.
And do what?
And go not to him that has no
He
understanding.
has no understanding. His understanding is minuscule, is minute, it's very small. We try to converse with the brother, be patient with him, try to handle his point delicately from the top. When it was just a few brothers here, and now that more brothers pop out, he start acting out. Right? Read it again from the top, straight through.
Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that has no understanding.
And it's a shame because he's too old to be acting like that. Well, it was revised, so I can't believe in it. But initially he said, I believe in Ephesians 1 and 18, 17 and 18. But to believe in those precepts is to tell you to be enlightened by Yahweh Shai, which will give you that understanding. But if you don't have that enlightenment, so you have no understanding, that means you truly don't believe. That means you're a hypocrite. Bring this out, First
Book
Corinthians.
of 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God,
Right?
for they are foolishness unto him.
For they are what?
For they are foolishness unto him.
Because of the Bible was revised, so it's foolish. I can't follow it no more. It was made by man. But you know, when you go to work, you a good boy. You're going to do what boss say. You're going to do what the master say because you know what time it is. And you need that paycheck. Read it again from the top.
But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him.
For they are what?
For they are foolishness unto him.
And that's a shame, man, because we need more elders in the last days. We need more people to raise up the next generation after us. Because we don't know how much longer we're going to be here. We have no idea how long the society is going to last. It seems like it's crumbling, and we watching every single day. But at the end of the day, we have no idea what the Lord's will is. Right? Bring this out in the book of Job, chapter 32 and verse 9.
It's Job 32 and verse 9.
it out.
Great men are not always wise.
What?
Great men are not always wise.
Again?
Great men are not always wise.
Read on.
Neither do the age understand
And
judgment.
he don't understand judgment because the man of the Lord is right in front of him trying to explain the judgment, trying to give him the knowledge of himself, which he didn't have, which he doesn't have, which he claims to have, but at the end of the day, he's lost in society. He'd rather just be black on an American. Read it again from the top.
Great men are not always wise. Neither do the age understand judgment.
He don't understand the judgment. What, you got a point on that?
And then too, this because you feel me, we want to talk about we not living by what we preach. We put out, you say that after we put 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21. We proving what we preaching out of the word, which is cutting you, so you get mad, and then you try to deny the word, but you try to use the same word to confound us. So do you want to believe in the Bible or not? You try to go to the same Bible to tell us we're wrong, then turn around and talk about how bad the Bible is. So what are you using it for?
He got cut 3 times. He got cut on the contradiction on Genesis 25th chapter, saying, well, how do I know if it was more people? He's like, I don't know. Well, it is. We proved it to you, and you still goofy. And that's ridiculous, because at the end of the day, it's like, it's one thing to disagree respectfully. It's one thing to just disagree in general. But let's not play stupid. You too old for this. You like probably twice my age. You could at least give me a yes or no answer. Not even me, but any brother up here.
That's right.
Another point besides Genesis 5, we cut him on Genesis 4. Let him know, why would Cain build a city if it's just him and his wife? He worried about the kinsmen. But that has nothing to do with your initial question. They gotta all coincide together in harmony, in unison, before you start worrying about the deeper things, right? And there was one more point that we cut him on.
Cain said that men would slay him.
Yes, and not only that, we cut him on the prophecy thing, because how do we know that book is true and it aligns with our lives today? You got a point?
Yeah, real quick. And then too, you read that it's other people in Genesis 1 when he told them be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
So sex, reproduction was happening before the fall of Adam. And then two, a man cannot build a city on his own.
That's impossible.
Right. So, you know, he had workers and they came in the name of Cain. But it wasn't just Cain physically building a railroad.
That's impossible.
Then he built a damn doctor's office. Then he built an armory. That's not going on.
That's impossible. Because essentially, I'm going to give a quick testimony. When I lived in the country, guess what? The populace of that city that I was in was around 800 to 1,000 people. That still takes a lot of work to build that little area to, have a domain in, essentially. Sure. Houses, gas stations, banks, stores, for product in schools. You got to factor all of that in. So how much more Detroit? You playing games at this point. That's that one brother. What's going on, King?
Yeah, we talked to that bro.
He came a while ago. You got that gospel?
Got the fringes on, brother?
Yeah, I do.
What's going on, King? All praise to the Most High. Doing all right?
Look like edification to me.
You been learning?
Yeah.
What's going on? Tell me about it. Tell me about the
Well, I got a book.
Well, okay. All right, you gotta show that book now.
Esoteric book.
What book?
Esoteric book?
This is basic.
Oh, man.
I also got another one too. It's a reference to the Bible.
Reference? But what the esoteric one got to do with it?
Well, it's reference to the Bible too.
But what you mean reference in the Bible?
Basically it's called the parable of talents.
The parable of talents, that's in Matthew the 25th chapter.
Yeah, it gives you
Well,
a deeper understanding of
out of an esoteric book?
Yeah.
That talks about witchcraft?
You don't talk witchcraft. See, some of them you gotta watch.
And occultism?
Some of them you gotta watch. Now, one I did see, that's it.
All right, well, we're going to actually bring that book out, but bring this out real quick.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Right?
No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate.
Do what?
None shall want her mate.
I mean, you can't compare anything else to this Bible, man. At all, whatsoever.
What chapter is that?
That's Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16. It says, none shall want her mate. Continue, finish that out.
For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
Hey, and the Lord said that. So that means we got to deal with it.
Also, too, I want to read something to you guys too about our Bible. It's 2 Corinthians 14.
Okay, we'll read that. You in the Apocrypha too now?
Huh?
You in the Apocrypha too now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been for a long time.
For a long time? All right. All right, you got to break bread, man. Pull out what you know. Pull out what you got. You know? We want to dive into all of it. Right, give me the book of Matthew chapter 18 and verse 8. I think I pulled that out earlier. Talk to the elder, but he ain't want to hearken, he ain't want to
Which
listen.
one you want to do first? I'm the extra.
We'll go to the esoteric one first, because that's kind of crazy.
What is esoteric?
You got a lot of occult practices in there?
Nah.
I've never heard of a good esoteric book.
This don't happen. This is basic children's book. It's so basic. I learned it from Big Judah.
Big Judah?
Yeah, he teach on his YouTube channel. So some books.
What's his YouTube channel?
Oh, it's basically teaching.
Is it truth
Get
unedited?
you educated. You gotta do it yourself.
Is it truth unedited?
This is the parable of the talents.
Wow. We got white guys on there. What's that about?
Let me see. Can I see that?
See, the thing is, you have to understand.
And why is that pamphlet?
Can I see that?
It's like you got that at Barnes and Noble somewhere.
I got it on Amazon.
Amazon. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, all right, go ahead. Continue what you're saying.
All right, this you have to don't mind this. See, you have to understand with slavery, they whitewashed a lot of
That's right.
of our books. Of our understanding. This is very good. The children teach children the understanding of the deeper understanding of the
Parable of the Talents.
The parable of the talents in Matthew chapter 5. It says Jesus was resting on Olive Mount near the end of his ministry. When the disciples privately asked the Lord what the signs of his return would be, Jesus replied to them, "Keep watch, you do not know the day." And then he told them of a man who was preparing to go away. This man was rich. Our Savior said,
Well, you know, they're going into trying to mix it all.
Why don't you
together.
just read the Bible?
wealth
Yeah, I was about to
and
say.
property, so he gave this order to his men to take care of my talents for me. The master divided his talents among 3 servants. He asked to see and gave each one a portion of wealth according to their ability. The first servant called was given 5. The second was given just 2. 1 for the third. Then their master declared, "These 8 talents I entrust to you."
Okay. Now, Kate, can we pause right there real quick? So I want to touch on something. First off, when you're reading that, it goes from Matthew 24, what he said in Matthew 24, to then Matthew 25. So you got to get a sense of that's why you got to, first of all, why you're not reading the Bible? You're reading a pamphlet from Amazon.
See that? I read the Bible too.
Well, that's in the Bible. So why would you want to read something separate?
This gives you a deeper understanding. Some people have a hard time.
Somebody give me the book of Acts chapter 8.
Understanding the Bible.
Somebody give me the book of Acts chapter 8 and verse 29.
So they want to
The book of Acts chapter 8 and verse number 29.
Bring it out. Real quick, brother, real quick. Listen to this.
Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to his chariot.
Right.
And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, Understandest thou what thou readest?
So the Apostle Philip asks, do you understand what you're reading in the book of Isaiah? Read to the unit.
I understand this book. I'm going to tell you.
Verse 31.
Once I will.
And he said, How can I, except some man should guide me?
So you say you understand it, you know, it's a little easier, but there are men that have the understanding that gives the breakdowns and the sense. Bring this out real quick in Nehemiah.
This book of Nehemiah, chapter 8 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
So they read in the book, in the law of God distinctly, and gave the sense.
And did what?
And gave the sense.
And did what?
And gave the sense.
So we give the sense of what that parable is talking about, which we're going to read in the Bible because that's what we prefer, because everything you're reading is easier in there anyways. So, you know, let's go to it. First, we're going to go to Matthew 24. Then we'll jump to Matthew 25 about the talents to explain what that means. Because you said you read that for what it, it's easier, but what have you learned from that?
Let me explain it to you. See, like if you go to these, this time I got to go back to the last page, how I don't understand this. Okay, we're going to kind of skip on this. It says, Master left serving. Here it says, this is where one of them messed up.
Okay.
Where
they don't got them white guys. I don't know about that.
This ignore that.
Ignore it.
I've told you how the Gentiles did. They white.
Ignore it.
I got it.
I also have an accent part of that that's left that in the house.
Okay.
He'll be my collection. Paul. Ladies too.
Okay.
They are in front of the cover. The Darcy. Like it's supposed to be. That's why they just over the years trying to whitewash it. The master left a servant once said, I know just what I'll do. I'll put my talents right to work. To my master, I will be true. Servant 2 did exactly the same and put his 2 talents to work. I honor my master's faith and trust. My duty, I will not shrink.
Well, hold on. What does that mean? What does it mean I have a talent and I'm putting it in the earth? What is that talent?
Are they even giving the understanding?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I'm trying to read it.
You just read right over it and you never gave the sense.
The understanding is that they have faith and they believe that they're going to
So I'm going to put my faith in the earth?
No. They have faith in the Messiah that they're going to do the best they can to use his talent for his purpose.
Okay.
Not for their own purpose.
That's not a bad breakdown. I do that.
But why you
here it is. This where this servant messed up. But servant 3 made a foolish choice. He went home and dug a hole. I put this deep into the ground and keep his talent whole. Bad situation.
See?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna explain to you why that was wrong. Okay, because you're not supposed to put all your talents into the earth. That's what he jacked up at. He thought he was gonna dig a hole and get a shortcut and grow his talents that way. He ain't want to put forth no work like the other two sons. That's where he mastered cursing. You know, that's like going to the devil saying, well, I want $3 million. So if you show him $3 million, he'll say, well, you know, he don't say I want his soul. So that's why people like Beyonce is in trouble, because she didn't realize that if you dig all your talents into the earth instead of working hard to use your talents for the Most High, you're not going to get rewarded. When the Most High comes for the reward, he came for the reward. I'm sure, let me finish. He'll come for the rewards. When he came to him, he wasn't happy.
Okay, so now we're going to read that in the Bible. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and verse 14.
Bring it out.
For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country,
Right.
who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
And that's all of us right now today. We are the servants. When you read, and we're unprofitable servants as well, like you read Luke chapter 17 and verse 10. Because it's our duty to do this, right? It's our job to do this. Bring this out.
Verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1.
So when that says, so just say I gave this brother 5 talents, I gave this 2 and another brother 1. That's talking about there are some men on this earth that are going to have more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding than others. But what did Yahweh shall say? Real quick, give me the book of Luke chapter 12 and start at verse 47. Because yes, I did, Yahweh shall has given certain men talents, certain men gifts, but you know, are we all going to be on the same level? Bring this out real quick.
Luke chapter 12 and verse 47.
We loud.
And that servant, which knew his Lord's will and prepared him not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beat with many stripes.
Right?
But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Right.
For unto whomsoever much is given, of him much shall be much required.
So be much required. So at the end of the day, you're going to have servants like us. We know the Lord's will. We know what's required of us. We know what we have to do. And we got to go execute that to the best of our God-given ability and strive for perfection. But those who didn't, guess what? It's going to be a punishment at the end of the road for them. But going back to this parable, guess what? These servants, they knew the Lord's will, but there's also more required for those that are of a higher standard concerning the talents that certain other men are getting, whether it be 5, whether it be 3, etc. Now in another parable, Yahweh says 30-fold, 60-fold, and some 100-fold. Bring this out.
God, verse number 15 from the top. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1.
Right.
To every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he had received the 5 talents, went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2.
So there are going to be men that have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They're going to do certain works. They're going to execute certain matters in righteousness. And they're going to flip, meaning they're going to increase, right, in wisdom and knowledge and understanding, right, in favor with the Most High, right, because that's the gift that the Most High has given them. Bring this out, Joe, real quick.
It's 1 Corinthians 7 and verse number 7.
Bring it out.
For I would that all men were even as myself, but every man had his proper gift of God.
So Paul said, I wish every man was like me at the end of the day, but every man is still going to have their own gift at the end of the day that they were given from the foundation of the earth that they're going to do to fulfill the Lord's will, right? Predestination. Continue on that.
God, verse number 18.
I now got a quick point real quick.
In the book of Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. So whatever the Lord bestow upon you, you want to do it with your might. And like you said, goodly, don't hide your talent. But that what your talent is. It's whatever gift the Lord bestow upon you to work his work, to bring magnification and glory to his name, and for you to serve your king, Yahweh Shah. So when the Lord give you that talent, work your work by times, and you get your reward in the end.
And working your work at times is day in and day out. Because, like, for example, everybody brings something to the table, right, in the body of the Lord, right? I may know a lot in regards to healing and benefits and holistic healing. I may know a lot in regards to technology. I could possibly teach, maybe read. Maybe another brother is better than me at research, at history. So everybody has, as a collective, something to bring to the Lord and to the table, right, for the fulfillment of the church, right? Continue on this.
Verse 18. But he that had received one went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
So basically, I know the Lord's will, just like we read earlier in Luke chapter 12, verse 47 and 48. But it's like I'm about to hide it. I know I'm an Israelite. I know this is my will. I'm supposed to do these commandments. I'm supposed to go out and do the work, inspire and influence others, because that's what my God and my King told me to do. But I'm gonna hide it. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm kind of still gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna be double-minded. I'm gonna hang with my friends in the world, because this is what they into. This where they about to go chill at. This is what we about to go do. So on and so forth. Read.
Verse 19. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them.
Right.
And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents.
So, but it said the Lord is going to reckon with them. Meaning, Christ, at the end of the day, he's going to see what you did with what he gave you.
Right.
He's going to require that of you, just like he read. And he's going to say it here too. You see that? But, that's why you got to read the Bible, brother. You got to connect all the pieces together. But you got to.
I've been reading the Apocrypha since I was 21 years old. I started my walking. So I left the church. I was too drunk. I wasn't getting They was just trying to sleep. Not trying to get the same thing. I had never seen Bible study.
Okay.
I had Sunday school where I always fall asleep. Medication.
Yes. I feel I understand.
Let me be honest. I didn't when I go to church. Past I fall asleep. Y'all just screaming. Kids do the Bible, but I just didn't get understanding because I would fall asleep. Church service.
There's no pastor in the city of Detroit, let alone the world, that even knows this term. So you should be gracious and really just be more excited that you're enlightened by the light of the Lord, so you can understand this, brother. That goes a long way. A lot of people don't know, and it's like you searching these things out, and you're growing in, and then you're coming back around with brothers that are like-minded that you can grow in.
Yeah, real quick, brother. The word of the Lord say that. Real quick, brother. Is that a run? No, brother.
Oh, it's a picture.
Hey, you good, King? All right, King. We're gonna get back to this, right? What verse he finished at? Verse 20. All right, we're gonna continue to read on this, King. But let's go back to the point. He said what? He said Christ is gonna come back, and then when he does come back, guess what? He's gonna reckon with those servants to see what those men did, to see if they were, diligent and fervent in the work that their Lord gave them, which is Christ.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 19. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant.
So you're going to be accounted as good and faithful if you continue in this work, if you continue in this knowledge and instruction that brother's giving you, because you're going to grow and increase. And then maybe most high willing, you are here on this side with us, right? And then you're teaching your people as well. Read.
Thou hast been faithful.
Right? Waiting for that father to go by. All right, read on.
Thou good and faithful servant, thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
And that's talking about the kingdom, right? Because of course we want to increase in wisdom, knowledge, understanding in this life, but ultimately our riches are what? They are stored in heaven, where moth and rust doth not corrupt. Like you read in the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 21. So that's what we're aspiring to do. That's what this parable is talking about, brother. Continue.
Verse number 22. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant.
See what happens when you're obedient. See what happens when you're doing what the Lord tells you to do. See what happens when you walk in righteousness. The Most High will always reward you. The Most High said in the book of Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 12 that that He is not unrighteous to forget your works and labor of love, which you do towards His name and minister unto the saints. Right? So at the end of the day, that's why you got to come around, brother. Be with diligent men. Give me the book of Sirach chapter 6 and verse 36.
Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
So we read about the two servants. We read about what they flipped, and gave it back to the Lord because the Lord is going to require that of you. And then guess what? They got rewarded. And that's talking about, the kingdom of heaven ultimately, right? How many cities you're gonna be able to rule in the kingdom of heaven? How much power you're gonna have, dominion? That's what you want. That's what we're all aspiring to be ultimately, right? Through the faith and grace and mercy of our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Verse number 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed.
Now, what does that mean? I know that thou art a hard man. Meaning what? Christ was an austere man, like you read in the book of Luke, chapter 19, and verse 21 on down. And he said, what? Ultimately, read that from the top one more time.
Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed.
Because, you don't see Christ out here on the line with us. We're putting in the work. You didn't see Christ on YouTube, giving breakdowns and lessons. So it's like you're reaping what you're not sowing. You didn't really do anything. So basically, this servant is evil. He's wicked. He's going off, right? That's what ultimately that means.
And I was afraid and went and hid thy talents in the earth.
Even though I know this information, I know who I am, and I know it wasn't you that really told me, I don't want to do it ultimately. I want to do my own thing, lean to my own understanding, go back in the world, just be a nigga, etc.
Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant.
Thou what?
Thou wicked and slothful servant.
The servant was wicked and slothful for moving in this type of decorum, ultimately because what? He was disobedient. He was rebellious, right? And there's only one judgment for that, which is death.
Thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury.
Because essentially, once again, that usury is what? Interest. So the Most High is going to require that of you through Hamashiach Yahushua. And guess what? He said that the last part, he said, I have, read that last part one more time. I have reckonest and sowest, greatly paraphrasing, slide.
Verse 27, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which have 10 talents.
So basically the gift that you didn't use, the gift that you didn't, execute, the gift that you didn't want to tap into, that's been, granted unto you from the Most High, it's going to be given into another brother that's actually more diligent than you, more fervent than you, more vehement in this work, and how his love and his passion for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as well as first and foremost for his people. Right? So that's what ultimately this parable is going into. Give me the book of Psalms, chapter 105 and verse 1. I'm going to pass it to the next mighty speaker. I love talking about this, brother. I really wanted to finish more of it, but the next mighty speaker is going to do it, okay? Okay, you're going to do that with him, all right? You promise? All right, Most High will bring this up.
This Psalms 105 verse 1.
Give thanks unto Yahweh.
Do what?
Give thanks unto Yahweh.
Call upon his name.
Do what?
Call upon his name.
And what?
Make known his deeds among the people.
And today we made this deed known among you, brother, and much more to come, right? And with that, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Come here, Shalom. Come here, Shalom. Come here, Shalom.